Right, guys, Gemini back with another video, and in this video today I thought I would be discussing the resurrection of Jake the Snake. Now, yesterday I was on Facebook or Twitter or something, and someone sent me the link and they said, hey Gem, the resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts is on Netflix. And I went, whoa, holy smokes, I've been wanting to see this for a while. And so last night, it's like 9 o'clock, I'm sitting downstairs by myself and having a beer, whatever, nothing's going on. I'm like, I'm going to check this out. It was an hour and 38 minutes. Powerful story. It was powerful. DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, took him and Scott Hall in. And when Jake came in, this is all on the doc. When Jake came in, Jake was he was in rough shape, man. His legs were a mess. He could barely walk. He was an alcoholic. Jake had a lot of issues. Jake was beat up. He had wrestled professionally for 37 years. Jake was a mess, man. And it's a good thing that he ran into Diamond Dallas Page. And it's a good thing that DDP helped him out with his DDP yoga and got him back in shape and turned him into, what was an alcoholic with no money, just fueling up on alcohol and drugs all day, to a WWE Hall of Famer. And that's through DDP's persistence. The DVD really, or I should say the Netflix special, really has some sad stuff on it. You can see Jake the Snake throughout the whole special, the resurrection of Jake the Snake, just fighting drug addiction, fighting alcohol addiction, just going crazy, pulling his hair out, trying to basically just get his life together and not want to be an addict to alcohol and drugs anymore. And he flips out, man, on this special. He flips out like at least a good 5 or 6 times, where he just starts freaking out for like no apparent reason. Like Scott Hall was giving him shit or something about his hair going bald. Next thing you know, Jake the Snake is just in the garage just screaming and crying. And man, I mean, I've been around a lot of guys like that. I've been around domestic abuse and drug users and alcoholics my whole entire life. I mean, everything that Jake was saying and doing in the DVD, or on the Netflix special, I should say, I had seen in person. Him and Diamond Dallas get into a confrontation at the car because Jake's trying to get on a flight somewhere, and the airline people won't let him go because he had been drinking. And then Diamond Dallas calls him out on it, and then they're in this car ride, and then they're on their way home, and him and DDP are just going crazy. Jake's like, knock me out, and punch me, and fuck you. And it was the first time I watched it, literally I turned it off. I was bothered by the alcoholic ways, because it's something I had grown up with my whole life. I had been in that car and seen those fights between alcoholics and people trying to wise them up. I'd seen that shit a million times in real life. So at first I was bothered, and then I says, you know what, I got to go back to it. I got to see if I can finish this out. And I did finish it out, and it did get much better. But Jake is a difficult person. You can see the stress on DDP's face trying to help the guy. I mean, he's a difficult dude. He just flies off the handle, flies off the radar, and throughout the whole entire movie, you could just see up and down, and just going crazy. You can't help but think, God damn, I don't want to live with Jake because he's such a hot mess. All in all, we'll finish this up. I recommend that you guys check this out on Netflix, The Resurrection of Jake the Snake. You're going to be surprised at, if you haven't been around alcoholics your whole life like me, you're going to be surprised at just how ugly real life it is. But it is real life, and that's the way people are. Jake is a difficult dude, and I did not envy DDP's job trying to get him sober, trying to get him right at all, because you could see the stress all over DDP's face just trying to make him feel better. It was ugly. It was an ugly doc. There is nothing pretty about the way that this went down. Nothing. There is nothing aesthetically beautiful about this doc at all. It's powerful. It's raw emotion. It's real life. It's as real as you can get. but it's definitely worth a look at if you have a strong stomach. Otherwise, if you don't like seeing Jake in that light, maybe watch some old tapes because he was a mess, worse than Beyond the Mat. So that's going to be my thoughts on Resurrection of Jake the Snake. Please check it out. Leave your comments below. Gemini, thank you.